Hi, I'm Karin Wiener from the New Wheel Electric Bikes, and I am joined today by Daniel, who works with me here at the New Wheel in Larkspur as a salesperson. Thanks for being here with me today.
I'm glad to be here.
Daniel is a Vektron rider, and so we thought, who better to tell us about using it? Daniel, what makes you excited about the 2019 Vektron?
You know, it's really a true Gen 2 product. They've made an already great bike, the S10 Gen 1, even better. And a new frame design, a new motor, a little bit sportier in its handling, just more satisfying overall. The Gen 1 S10, which I have, is great. I can definitely see myself wanting to upgrade to this one though.
What did they do with this new frame design?
The frame itself has been changed in the rear, and it's a different rack. The rack is much more integral, with the battery mounted onto the frame directly and inclined, as well as a more integrated frame. Just overall stiffer in the back, so that translates to just a sportier, more solid ride feel. And when you combine that with the new Active Line motor, which is noticeably more powerful, you get really a bike that can cruise along at that 20 mile an hour class 1 top speed.
Just walk me through the component choices that Tern has made on this bike.
So they've made a lot of upgrades. One of the first things I noticed was the new fender. They've got this light that's unique to the Tern line. You also see the same one in the GSD. It's really bright, and you can turn it on and off with a manual switch, or keep it running all the time. It runs off the main battery. Integrated tail light as well, so you're really safe and visible. They've got these really nice ergon grips now. Magura brakes, upgraded levers, really nice Schwalbe, Big Apple tires, puncture resistant. Shimano Deore drivetrain, really nice quality, 10 speed. It checks all the boxes.
I want one. Now I know there are two models that came out this year, the Q9 and the S10. Can you tell me a little bit about the similarities and differences?
So on the surface, they're the same. The frame is the same, they look the same, they fold the same, and you can use them in pretty much the same way. But under the hood, so to speak, they're quite different. The biggest difference is going to be the motor. We've got the Active Line Plus motor in the S10, which is really a revelation with how sporty and powerful it is, and quiet. Now, at a little bit more of a value price point, the Q9 has a Gen 2 Active Line motor, the spec essentially of the old Active Line motor with a little bit more quiet operation.
Great.
I think every family in America can find a way to put this particular bike into their life because it's just a unique tool. So many different times when instead of taking another bike, I've grabbed the Vektron because it was just the most convenient thing. You can just pick it up so easily, and you can maneuver it into smaller spaces. And the reality is, as a cyclist and someone like me, I get around primarily by bicycle. You're interacting with people who aren't cyclists. More than one occasion, I've had a friend who wants to take me somewhere, but I don't necessarily want to be dependent on the ride back or be, the guy without the car. So the Vektron's perfect for that. You just fold it up, put it into your friend's car, and then when it's time to move on, off you go. And freedom. It's really just total personal mobility freedom. If you don't feel safe locking it up, at work or wherever you're going, you can actually fold it up and bring it inside, and I can guarantee you're going to find a lot more places where you can stash it inside when it's folded up than you can pretty much any other bike.
That's very cool. From your experience with customers in the store, who do you think this is the right bike for?
I think this is the right bike for everyone. It is also a great guest bike. That's kind of why I got mine, with the idea that, just having an e-bike for myself isn't, necessarily the whole story, right? You got friends, and just having a second bike available that will fit anyone is such a great thing to have. It's like you don't have to feel limited by needing to drive a car just because you have a friend in from out of town. Anyone can ride it, so it's really incredibly versatile. Or a great family bike to share between multiple family members. I think the key to the success of the Vektron is, however, how well it rides as a bike. I've seen folding bikes where the folding really is primarily all about the fold. It's not really about the ride. And I'd say with the Vektron, it's really all about the ride.
Daniel, I have to say, you gave me a lot of new stuff to think about this bike, so thanks so much.
Well, it was a pleasure being here, Karen. Thank you. And I hope everyone comes down soon to our shops in Larkspur or San Francisco and does a test ride of the new Vektron.
We got some pizzang in there.
Perfect. Thank you.